Hey, Coach, I just want to get your thoughts on you playing with Sue and just kind of seeing her maturation and to all the way to like today. She had a street named after her, and just kind of like, is it ever trippy for you to like think this was the person that I played with years ago, and now she's part of the ownership group, and they're naming streets after her?
No. Oh my good. No, she's amazing, and I saw that as her teammate. It's not just what she does on the basketball court, but she's a cerebral person, from her business acumen to, chilling with her. She's pop culture, like all the things that she's excels in. To me, it's no surprise. She works very hard. She's well aware of, life, all things basketball, obviously, but the importance of, her journey right now is to continue to be an ambassador for all things that are right in this life, in this world. And so for her to be able to have a street name, I mean, she should have a city name here. I don't know. She's done so much for the city of Seattle. Again, not just on the basketball court, but in the community. She's an icon in a lot of ways. And it was an honor to play with her and watch her work. And it's still an honor to see, her journey and obviously her being a part of the ownership group. That's a big step on this next chapter of life for her. Just continued success. I wish her well all the time.
And I learned from the pregame notes and Jeff Hoffman that it's been 44 days since you guys have been in this building. Just how does it feel to be back? Did you need more than a shoot around this morning just to get reacclimated to the place?
Yeah, I mean, the reminder is, even from the fans last night, we had a fan event and they're like, we haven't seen you guys in so long. We've been in Seattle working, and there's some reality to the fact that we haven't played basketball in front of our fans. And I think, it's just about comfort and routine and all those things, not trying to overthink it, but to come back and play some good basketball in front of our fans, I think is going to be exciting.
And then the three keys tonight versus the Mystics.
Yeah, we have to take care of the basketball. Last time we were careless with the ball. They scored 29 points off those turnovers. And so we have to just make sure we're sharp in that area. Defensively, we had to be physical. We got out rebounded again. And I think, we did some good things defensively last game. And that kind of generated a lot of, deflections and things that we have to get back to. But we have to tighten up in that area as well and finish our plays with rebounds, and then play a little bit more efficiently offensively. I like the 30 free throws. Winning the game, only hitting three-pointers. It's not normal, but pretty normal for us. But continue to find some rhythm in what we do offensively, and that begins on the transition offensive end, try to generate some easier buckets.
Obviously lots of excitement with Gabby joining the roster for the first, game back home. What, if you can share, are you kind of hoping to ease her slowly, or is it kind of like, we're just going to throw her back in? She knows the system.
Yeah, I'm glad that we had practice time this week. And the good thing about having Gabby back, it's like a review and not like teaching someone new things. And she's so smart and she picks up things. She's, I haven't deviated too far from our system last year. So she was able to just, understand concepts and get back, almost like she's never left. And then we know what she can do defensively. And so it's just about, again, just reviewing, everything on that end. And, she's an Olympic gold medalist, and I don't think easing her, she should be okay. I'll say that. She's ready to go. Yeah.
And what would you say, just, being obviously you were also in Paris, what would you say is like the hardest part of coming back after an Olympic break, either as a player who was in the Olympics or even, for people that weren't there? What's the hardest part?
Yeah. Sorry, did I say Olympic gold? I mean,
you did say gold.
Sorry, silver. No, sorry. Yeah. Shot just almost needed to be. The hardest part was, I think, just a group of us were, here and, getting some good work in with each other, finding chemistry. And a group of us were trying to, playing in Olympics and trying to win games there. And we only had a day to kind of mesh all of those things together before we played Atlanta. And so I think that's the toughest thing, just trying to find rhythm and some continuity with, the group that learned, got some comfort in those concepts with the group who was playing with their respective teams. And then for me, I just think that the rest, the recovery, the time, the athletes that were there, I think that there was a lot of fatigue and it showed up on that road trip. But now getting back acclimated, getting our feet comfortable, I think it's been a good like few days for us.
And last quick one from me. With the Olympics, you obviously are very familiar with Jade from the Storm, but also, you just coached against her in the Olympics. What have you seen from her as of late, just with her growth and just thinking back to when, she was a rookie here in Seattle?
Yeah, it was her birthday the other day. I saw her. Wished her happy birthday, and just another year of maturity. She's able to, with the Mystics, again, play some big minutes and play through some mistakes and have some amazing moments. To be, the starting point guard on that Aussie team showed a lot of growth in a lot of areas for her. And I think, her 3-point shot looks great. Physicality of the game, you can see she's adjusting to that. So those are the great things that you want to see in a young player. I wish her all the best always. She's family.
Hey.
Hey, Greg.
Just a quickie. Shakira got loose a little bit last game. What kind of stood out to you from that game, and what kind of tweaks do you guys make to kind of keep her a little bit more in control?
Yeah, her physicality and her activity and her athleticism really bothers us. She slips out of a lot of screens, and so, with Ezzy on her, it was just, I don't think she was ready to defend. We made some adjustments defensively, so I know we will be sharper today. And then her want to, she's very competitive. She challenges anyone, and she's very confident in her game. And so we have to match that physicality and that activity, if not exceed that, because she's able to really, score at a high clip and impact on the defensive end. The other thing I think about was just her in the pocket a little bit. And so we have to be sharper in our coverages with her. Mm-hmm.
Got time for a couple quick ones on Zoom. Let's go to Christian. Christian, go ahead with your questions.
Hey, Coach. Hope you're doing well. As a hooper yourself and now a coach, what do you think is kind of the hardest part of a back-to-back against the same team?
It's a chess match, but you kind of don't know what the move is going to be. There are a lot of things that we gave up, last game that, you look at the film and Washington will probably say, let's continue to eat off of that action. But then, we may change our coverage or we may change our approach. And it's just, it's just don't know what's going to happen. But I think on the flip side of that, it's good to have an opponent so close together because you're able to just get better and adjust quicker and understand how to do it right away because you have the practice time, but you also just played.
And as far as tonight, kind of in that last game against the Mystics, kind of did a really good job of limiting Ezzy and NECA from really getting to the rim, and that kind of inhibited the team's offensive flow throughout the first quarter and a half, kind of. Kind of wonder if that was something that you touched on watching film, and if that's something you went through in practice.
I mean, NECA had 24 points, so we'll continue to feed her there. I know, we had a lot of pocket play with her. Yes, Austin presents physicality at the rim, but I was actually happy with Ezzy's activity, getting a double-double. So I don't think, we're obviously having NECA, yes, we can post ISO and get to the rim. I think it's going to come from our others, seeing the ball move a little bit, having their defense shift, and then finding ways to get to the paint on second and third side. So I want to live with the double. I'll live with the double-double from Ezzy and 24 from NECA again. But yeah, you're right. Just kind of making sure I think, more efficient in our offense and finding some better rhythm shots.
We're going to close out with Oh, thanks, Christian. We're going to close out with a question from Percy here in the room.
Hey, Coach, is there an update with Nika? What's going on?
No update. Just out with personal reasons.
Okay, and is there any parallels between the way you guys are getting steals this year? lead the league with like 9.6, and what you guys did a few years ago, like in 2019 and 2020, I think you guys led the league with those in like the Jordan, Canada, Jordan and Natasha. Any parallels there? Is it the same defense? Is it the same schemes?
Yeah, I come from a tree of amazing coaches, Dan Hughes, and Coach Klopp. They always talked about defensively disrupting and being aggressive. And so those are kind of things that I've taken from those two legends. And we haven't done it as consistently this year because the athletes that we have, we're just relying on their instincts, and we're able to continue to get steals and deflections because of that. But now the second half of the season, we do want to ratchet up a little bit because now there's comfort in our defense and knowing, our rotations and all those things that come with the game flow. So I think it's just a mindset, but also we have the athletes to do so.
All right. Thanks, Coach. We'll see you after the game.
Thank you.